June 6, 1996. A mysterious explosion destroys the Chernobyl research facility near Moscow. Lucifer Alpha, a powerful biological weapon under secret development there, is released into the atmosphere, creating a deadly biohazard. Carried by the trade winds, Lucifer Alpha spreads throughout Eastern Europe and Eurasia, destroying 80% of the populace. Half of the world's people die. The greatest biohazard in history later becomes known simply as the catastrophe. But at this time, who could have possibly imagined that the ultimate biohazard wouldn't occur for another half-century? 50 years later, mankind faces its greatest crisis, the appearance of a mysterious android life form. Its purpose and origin are unknown. Is it a new form of weapon? Or perhaps an invasion from some other world? They appear during winter, killing humans and infiltrating society by taking the place of their victims. Employing an artificial skin, they can sweat and even bleed. Part organic, part machine, they're almost impossible to distinguish from those they kill. As they steal their victims' bodies in order to take their place, these mysterious invaders become known as Snatchers.
Thank you for tuning in. This is DJ Fob Fresh from SegaShiro.com, and it is my pleasure to bring to you the hardcore cult classic title, Snatcher, for video review. Written and directed by Hideo Kojima, which you might recognize from the Metal Gear Solid franchise, this Konami-published title was released in 1994 on the Doom Sega CD console. And if anything, the only failing that this game really has is the fact that it was released on a console that didn't garner much interest. Now, the first question you have to ask yourself, is it worth the high resale value that it currently garners on eBay and other secondhand venues? The Sega Shiro crew was very skeptical when we first picked up this game. We spent the money, we found a Sega CD, set it up, and we were really wondering if this would be the gem that, you know, the internet makes it seem to be. And let me tell you, this game delivers. In fact, I would say that I like this title better than the rest of the Metal Gear franchise. It has a tighter script, it has a tighter narrative, characters that are memorable, and moments that are compelling. The universe is incredibly well thought out, and if you're an RPG gamer, if you like reading, if you like text, this is a beautiful game to try. As with most adventure games, you primarily look for clues and solve puzzles to sort of push the narrative forward. However, Konami saw fit to include light gun sections to sort of quicken the pace and give the game a nice action feel from time to time. It all serves and meshes well in the story and is a lot of fun to play.
Jeez, those things don't go down easy. So, this is a Snatcher, huh?
I certainly hope it's dead.
15 years later from the initial launch, what keeps Snatcher a worthy title to have in your collection? And I'd say number one, it's the story. It's mature, it's well-developed, it's adult-oriented, it features well-developed characters that you very quickly begin to care about. Throughout the story, I wanted to know what was going to happen to Julian Seed. I wanted to know more about his relationship with his ex-wife. I wanted to see where that was going. I cared about all of the side characters in the game that you met and you deal with. Snatcher can be best compared to a really good movie. In fact, there's all sorts of little touches and small moments that make the characters seem real. There's moments where they're sad, there's moments that are happy, there's real relationships that seem to be occurring, and there's lots of little moments of humor. In fact, this game plays so much like a movie, it's easy to see where its inspirations came from. Much of the game is an homage to Ridley Scott's Blade Runner series. Now this can be seen in all sorts of aesthetic design touches of Neo Kobe City, the design of the Interceptor that you drive, to Gillian Seed's main getup and trench coat looks a lot like Harrison Ford's character in Blade Runner. However, none of this actually takes away from the game. Graphically, the game looks gorgeous for a 15-year-old game. The sprites and art design are top-notch and hold up today as well as they did in 1994. Furthermore, the sound design is excellent. It really sets the atmosphere and keeps the pace nice and tense throughout the game, and really highlights some of the scenarios that the game offers. Unless a new edition of the game comes out on the Wii or the DS, the Sega CD version remains the one to purchase. It keeps all of the sort of hardcore elements of the earlier titles, takes out some of the graphical nudity, but does it all with top-notch voice acting and great English translation.
Yes, sir! We didn't have a good frame to work with, so this is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.